Hi, I know you're busy, so let's get right to it. This is the first half of 10 time-saving tips for busy professionals like you. My name is Gigi Peña, and I'm back to give you some practical tips to save you time and money. In 2017, 170 million people in the US have full-time jobs, which means it is critical for most of us to manage our time to have that work-life balance. As we move on with our working lives, we quickly realize that one of the most valuable resources we have is time. We often catch ourselves saying, "Where did that time go?" or "Ang bilis ng panahon." That is why we need to conserve our time. Well, I hope that this 10 time-saving tips will help you get through your busy day. Number 1, eat your frog first. We all have those things that we just hate doing. It could be that we need to talk to that notoriously obnoxious person in the office. Or we have to make that phone call to an angry customer. Or at home, you hate to do the dishes or vacuum a huge living room because you have to move furniture around. Well, the best way to deal with this ugly, nasty task is to do them first. Zig Ziglar says, if you've got to eat a frog, sitting around looking at it doesn't make it any better. So eat your frog first. Unahin niyong gawin yung mga bagay na hate niyong gawin. And once that's out of the way, everything else seems so easy by comparison. Unfortunately, most people do the opposite. They end up dealing with this nasty, ugly frog staring at them in the face at the end of the day. But the fact is, if you take your time, these frogs can get uglier. Whatever issues you have with that obnoxious person at work may escalate. That angry customer may end up calling your manager if you don't call them right away. And you wouldn't want to come home to a house full of dirty dishes and carpet, diba? So hurry up and eat your frog first. Number 2, time blocking. Time blocking comes from the theory of Parkinson's law, which says that a small amount of work can take more time than it's supposed to, as long as that extra time is available. For example, you have a report to finish, and you usually complete a report in 2 hours. But what if that is the only thing you have to do for the day? Well, Parkinson's law says that 2-hour job may take you more than 2 hours to finish just because there is extra time. So get into the habit of putting a time limit to the things you do, and that is called time blocking. For instance, if you have to read your emails, put a schedule to reading your emails, say at 10 a.m. and at 3 p.m. That way, you don't get sucked into this email hole when there's a lot of other things that need your attention. If you need to clean your house, block a time and do it only for 1 to 2 hours. This will allow you to do other tasks or to enjoy a part of the day which you also need to block a time for, because you did not take the entire day that is available to you just doing one thing. This includes internet use. We can easily get caught up reading, watching things in the internet that we don't realize hours just flew by because we didn't keep an eye on the clock. Number 3, turn off all notifications. You know those pesky bells and whistles and text tones or pop-ups that alert us of new email, a Facebook message, or news articles? Turn them off in all your devices. This will save you a lot of time and energy because they usually take your attention away even for just a split second from what you're working on. And then it takes time to figure out where you left off from what you're doing. At this time, you have lost some level of time and productivity. It is just a waste. So go back to tip number 2. The Parkinson's law, remember? Block your time. Number 4, dead time. Dead time is the time you spend lining up in the cafeteria or waiting in your doctor's office or commuting. It can also happen in the office when your meetings suddenly gets canceled or your IT system goes down. Those are all dead times. You can increase your productivity if you have a plan for those dead times. Because really, most of us have a lot of dead times and we just don't realize it. I commute to my day job in San Francisco, and my time in the train alone gives me 40 minutes of dead time each day. That's 13 hours of dead time a month, and that is just my commute. So if all you do when you're in the train or bus or in the car while in traffic is browsing through the internet or listening to music, you have a lot of dead time that you can put to good use. If you're driving, you can listen to audiobooks or podcasts about learning a new language, or listen to your recorded online classes. If you're not driving, you can read a book, meditate, plan your meals next week, make a grocery list, or call your parents. Number 5, certain things are worth repeating. We can start some daily routines that can help us save time by decreasing decision making. For instance, breakfast. It can take you more time thinking of what to have for breakfast rather than having the same healthy breakfast each day. I have a daily routine of eating 1 boiled egg and drinking a cup of tea for breakfast. And that saves me so much time. I also wear the same type of clothes Monday to Friday, which is a black top matched with either a gray pants or beige pants. This way, I don't have to think, what am I gonna wear today? Which, apart from wasting my time, can sometimes cause me to be late for work. Wearing uniform clothing was something that Steve Jobs from Apple did. Remember how he always wore a black shirt? Even Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook wears the same type of gray shirt every day. The reason behind this is that we minimize decision fatigue because we have fewer decisions to make on simple tasks, such as dressing and eating, leaving us with more time to focus on more important choices. If you're getting value from this video, please hit thumbs up at the bottom of the screen. And if you haven't done so, please click subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notification each week when I post a video. As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week with the other half of the 10 time-saving tips. Peace!